Hey guys, what do you think about this chess set? I made this out of resin. Actually, I made two. Two of my grandsons are into chess, so I made them both a set. One of the pieces is missing. I have it somewhere. That's why I've got the odd one in there, and I don't know how to lay it out correctly, but I just wanted to show it off because I'm really proud of it. I thought it came out so pretty. It's also checkers. I made little checker pieces to go with it too. But yeah, I thought that came out super cute.
Hi guys, Dawn, the sickest unretired carnivore here. I don't know what this crud is, but I'm not getting any better and I have got to go to work. I got to make them dollars, man. I got to go. I missed today and I just feel awful. It feels like a virus, you know what I mean? It's an all over thing. It's not like just a head cold. And I can't sleep. I thought, oh, I'll just rest. I'll take a nap. I can't. I'm not a napper. So hopefully tonight I'll get some sleep. But anyway, I say that a lot, don't I? Anyway, and it's that's the way I talk. I can't help it. If it bothers you, I'm sorry. I've had some people complain, but it's the way I talk. I don't cuss a lot, at least. So that's good. Tonight I wanted to talk to you some more, obviously, about the unretired thing because I get so many wonderful comments. I was looking online for help, trying to find some advice for retiring for people in my position, without a lot of money, seeing, what our options are. That's all. I'm just looking for options. I don't expect anybody to wave a magic wand, but my gosh, I surely didn't expect for people to get so angry. I mean, 99% of you guys are amazing and awesome. Most people are. Even if they're upset, they're at least respectful and kind about it. But there's always a small handful that just still cannot fathom that I'm 63 and I haven't saved $1 million. So let me recap for those before I get more comments. I did save money. We worked hard all our lives. I'm married. We've been married for 43 years. We had a series of unfortunate events, which is what happens to a lot of people. My husband worked at the same job for 30 years, worked his way up, was making good money. The company folded without any notice, well, a week. And he found himself having to find a new job in his 50s. We had to use our savings. He had a heart attack in his 50s. After all this, who wouldn't? Medical bills, whatever. And again, still, while my husband was in his 50s, we took in my sister, who was both mentally and physically handicapped. She had dementia. She was, in her late 60s. And so, yeah, we've had a series of unfortunate events. We were somewhat prepared before all that happened. We weren't prepared for that. So now here we are, not asking for anybody to help us or pay for us, not asking for any government programs. We're working, both of us. And I'm working 2 jobs, looking for a third one. Not a problem. I'm just looking for options to help us, to maybe redirect us. Because like I've also said, neither one of us were financially savvy. And I know in this day and age, that's practically criminal. If you don't know money and you didn't, save lots of money, then, people literally get angry about that. And my husband and I, we weren't. We were workers, blue collar workers. We knew how to work, went to work, didn't mind working and making money. Didn't make a lot of it, lived paycheck to paycheck. We were able to raise a family, and they grew up, and my kids are doing very well, and I'm super proud of them. We worked hard, and we struggled. I was a stay-at-home mom for many years. Don't regret it, would do it again. I was so thankful that my husband allowed me that, but it meant things were tough. And we just weren't able to save as much money as we would have liked. So that's kind of why we're in the predicament, because from what I'm reading, and I posted it on my community page, according to a lot of financial gurus, we should have about $750,000 to $1 million by now. I imagine if we knew how to invest, that might have happened, but there's no way we could have ever saved. Well, I don't even think we made $750,000, let alone we were supposed to have saved that much. And like I said, we knew nothing about investing. We thought that was just for rich people. You know, the little bit of money that we did save, we were too scared to take a risk. We thought, investing is very risky, and we knew nothing about it. So we just kept what little bit of money we had and put it in the bank and, let it grow. It gained pennies, but that's where we are. So now we're trying to figure out, okay, guys, because nobody talks about it. I mean, the people that have saved and have lots of money, they talk about it and we hear about it, but that doesn't help us. And people in our position, we don't talk about it because it's embarrassing, because you feel like a big idiot. It's like, what did we do wrong? We were working, we did everything we thought we were supposed to do, but here we are. So now we're trying to figure it out. And we may not be able to retire, but since I posted this and I've had so many wonderful people come to my channel and comment, I am learning some things. For instance, I guess when I reach my full retirement age, which is 67 for me, I can draw Social Security and there's no cap on my earnings. So right there, I know I'll be drawing it when I'm 67. I had seen people online, a lot of them talk about getting it at 62, and there's huge debates whether that's good or bad. There's a guy called Sarasota Tim that has a big channel, and he talks about it. And a lot of people agree with him, and a lot of people disagree with him. And so I just didn't know. And I'm listening to other financial advisors, and some of them are really good, very knowledgeable, but they mainly deal with people with money. There's no money in people that don't have money. So there's not a lot of channels to help us. So I'm just turning to people like us that are going through the same experience, and maybe they have some ideas. And you guys have really come up with some wonderful ideas. And I really want you to know how much I appreciate it. Some of the advice I got today that I thought was helpful, and even if it's not helpful for me directly, maybe there's somebody that would appreciate this kind of stuff. One hack was to move somewhere or live in a walkable area where your needs can be met on foot or bike. Going car free is one of the biggest hacks in today's economy. No gas, no insurance, no maintenance. That frees up a lot of money right there. That is a wonderful idea. And that's actually doable. If I lived up where my daughter's at, when she was going to school, where she lived, we would go up and visit her, and we didn't have to drive anywhere. All the grocery stores and restaurants and everything we needed was all within walking distance. And man, we loved that. My husband and I both thought this would really be cool, but it's up there. Down here where we're at, everything's a million miles away. We feel like we live out on an island. There's nothing. We live in a small town. There's nothing. You have to drive to get to anywhere. So it won't work for us right now in this position, but maybe for some of you. But yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to get to the point where we only have one vehicle right now. We both have jobs. We need two vehicles. His is a small commuter car, good on gas. Mine is the one that we use. I mean, I use it to get to work, but also to haul around the kids when I'm watching the kids. And we use it for camping, which is what we like to do. So at some point, we'll probably give up one of the vehicles, probably my husband's car, because we're going to still want to go camping. So I imagine we would keep mine. But, we don't need two cars at that point if we're not both working. So that will save us some money for sure at that time. Another option is, because we were talking about, selling our house, but even if we took the equity from this house, it's hard to find, smaller 2-bedroom homes. I guess we could get a condo or something like that. But because it would, for what we would get from this house, it would cost us almost as much to buy another one. And so we wouldn't really be getting a lot of money. You know what I mean? Unless we took the money and we bought like a modular, which is someone suggested that, which in California, that's a reasonable thing, because I know back in the Midwest, because of the tornadoes and that it's probably not a good option. But I think that would be, and I've seen some, they're absolutely beautiful. You can't even tell sometimes. They look just like a regular house. The problem we would have is finding a piece of property to put it on. Property is just astronomical where we live. I'm sure there are areas, but like I've said, and I know if you're new to my video, you don't realize this, or new to my channels, I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying where my kids are. My boys and my grandkids, the majority of them are down here. My daughter is up north with my one granddaughter. I need to be close to my kids. That's my quality of life. And it is important as we get older to be close with our family. My mom and dad made the mistake of moving out of California. They moved back to Iowa because it was so affordable. Bought a darling house, lived there for about a year. Were so lonely and so bored. They ended up coming back because all of us kids were out here. None of us could afford to move. We had, jobs and stuff. And she said, don't ever make that same mistake that they made. It cost so much to make that move twice, and they never recouped it. They came back here and they ended up living in a mobile home, which she really was not happy about because they had a beautiful home. But she said she would rather live in a tent and be near her kids than live out there in their beautiful home and be alone. It wasn't worth it to her. So, and that's where I'm at. So I can't see that would happen unless prices come down, that would be the only way that we could afford to do that. So, did I already mention this? I'm old, I repeat myself a lot. That, I found I can draw my Social Security at 67. There's no cap to my earnings. Yeah, I talked about that. But that was huge for me because I didn't realize that. I was thinking, you could only make so much money until you were 70. So that's a big difference, 67 to 70. So I'm 63, 4 more years. I could wait. I could do that. But what else? Yeah, those are wonderful ideas. Now, see, that's helpful. That's what I was looking for. I'm not asking anybody to give me handouts or anything. People talked about investing. For years, like I said, we lived paycheck to paycheck. There was no extra money. Somebody commented on me doing my nails and stuff. These are $1.99 glue-on nails, a month. And come on, I don't think that's going to make or break me. So I do my own hair. I did a video on it the other day. I do the Lucy Ricardo thing. I do myself. I can't afford to go in. There was a time, but when I was working full time and I made really good money for a while there. So I don't do that anymore. I am frugal. I'm even doing the 30-day no spend thing right now, and I'm going to extend it to 60 days. We'll see. I really don't need anything. We have all the stuff and things we need. Actually, I'm downsizing. I'm getting rid of stuff and things. That's not even an issue at this point. Most of our money probably goes on, we have grandkids. We have 8 grandkids. And birthdays and Christmases and stuff like that. But that's why I'm working. So I don't dip into our savings. That's going to be to, go along with our Social Security. And that's what we'll be living on. So right now, because I don't want to cut all that out, I'm continuing working so that I have money. So, better quality of life right now. And then, eventually we'll just be living on our savings and our Social Security. We have our house. If things got really, really bad, then we would have to sell it. I don't know, maybe get an RV, maybe park it in one of our boys' driveways. Those are just options. I feel like we're very fortunate because I've been getting comments from a lot of people that have it really hard. People that have worked all their lives, people that have not been able to save any money, and they can't talk about it because you get looked down upon. How dare you not save money? What were you doing with all that money that you didn't have? Why weren't you saving it? And how dare you not have rich parents that left you tons of money? It's just people are so judgmental. It just kills me. So yeah, you got to keep quiet. You got to keep it on the down low, because if you say anything like this, people just, they feel like they are entitled to tell you what you did wrong. And it's like, you know what? I think most of us know where we went wrong now, and we're just trying to figure out what we're going to do from this point forward. We can't erase the past. We can't go back and change things, but hopefully we've learned some lessons, and from this point forward, we're just trying to figure it out. So for those of you that just want to come at me and everybody else for not living our lives the way you thought we should, just don't waste our time. Don't waste your time. I don't need it. Like I said, I'm not here asking for your opinion. I'm here asking, if any of you have any ideas that might be helpful. Like I said, I'm willing to work. I'm working too, and I'm looking for a third job. I'm willing. That's not a problem. And I think that will be okay. But like I said, I've heard from plenty of people that are in much worse situations, and I want to be able to find some options for them as well. Friends, people that I love, I know are going to have some really tough times. And I don't know about you, but I don't think things are going to get any easier. I mean, even if the price of eggs comes down a little bit, it's still going to cost a lot. And as it's just a sign of the times, prices are just going to keep going up, and rents are astronomical. A lot of people weren't able to afford to save up and buy a home. That's been the biggest advantage that we have. But I know so many people that didn't, and now they are at the mercy of their landlords, who just constantly raise the rents. They're all raising rents, and it's just crazy. So another option, which several people mentioned and which I would go along with, is getting roommates, working together with other people. If you could rent out a room, I see a lot more people doing that. I see ads in the paper up here, even people that are just looking for a room to rent, and people that are renting out a room, which is something, like I said, I would do in a heartbeat. My husband's not real crazy about that option, and I told him, well, if anything should happen to him and I'm alone, I'm turning this house into a boarding house. I'm renting out all the rooms, any available space, I'll rent it out. Because it's good to have company, for one. You shouldn't be alone when you're older. Not that I ever will be, because I have my kids and my grandkids. But if I was in a position where I didn't have family or a lot of close friends, that would be a really good option to think about. So there's, I'm finding some really good options. And it's, like I said, it's not for me searching. It's from you guys coming to my channel and giving me some great advice. I don't know, I'm just so grateful. So grateful. I appreciate you guys so much. Most of you, the ones that, just come here to reprimand me. Oh, I knew that when I started YouTube, it was going to be like that. Everybody warned me. There's, and it hasn't necessarily been trolls per se. It's just people that are angry, and they just, I don't know. It's like they take it personally. My life story, they take it personally, and it's like I'm asking them to, borrow money or something. It's like I'm just explaining what I did wrong, and I totally take responsibility for why I'm here. Not blaming anybody. I take full responsibility. I just want to figure out what I'm going to do from here on out. That's all. I'm just trying to figure it out, and I'm ready, willing, and able to work as long and as hard as I can. Right now, I'm in great health, and that's another thing I talk about on my channel is, my healthy lifestyle journey. If you haven't followed me, I was very sick just a year and a half ago, bedridden, depression, 100 pounds overweight, just felt like garbage, and really didn't expect to be around much longer. So it didn't matter, because I thought, I'm not even going to be around long enough to even collect Social Security. I don't have to worry about it. But since things have changed, I can see myself living at least another 15, 20 years. And that might be a concern, because I could outlive my money. And I've heard some people say they might even do away with Social Security in 2035. Then what? So I'm learning how to invest. thanks to my son. Little bits of money, not hundreds of thousands, but we'll see what happens, you know. I'm not a gambler, so it's kind of risky for me, but he's trying to help me do low risk investing. You know, like I said, I don't know much about it. I'm not money savvy. I know how to go to work and make it, and I know how to spend it, but I just don't know how to make it grow. You know, that's what I need to work on. So anyway, also I bought a mic. Can you tell? Is there any difference? Last time I bought a mic, it was terrible. It was worse than not having a mic. I'm hoping it's okay. I hope it's not sounding too tinny. Let me know in the comments if it's worth it or not. If you've listened to my previous video and then this and you can tell the difference, I don't know. Like I said, it wasn't that expensive, but I thought, you know, I need to invest a little bit if I'm going to be doing this on a regular basis. So how long did I do? 20 minutes in. It would be time. My husband's still in the Pacific Palisades, and it rained all day. He was up there, and I told you, it looks like a war zone. That's where all the fires were here in Southern California on January 8th. He said it's crazy. It's so eerie driving through this neighborhood where houses are just rubble, and they've got the National Guard there, and people have hired security because, like, there will be one or two houses that are still standing. Go figure. And so, you know, they're worried about looters and stuff. So they've hired, you know, security, but, you know, a whole school that got burned down, and it was raining. He said it felt like you were in a war zone, like bombs had gone off. It's just crazy. So, but hopefully you'll be home soon. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. And thanks again for all your wonderful comments. And yeah, I appreciate you guys all so much. Thank you. And I will see you in the next video. Take care, guys. That's for my fox. You're not supposed to be eating that. Oh, got it. Oh my goodness. Yep, we get foxes, raccoons, possums, and even skunks. My outdoor pet.